So paranormal investigating is just as much about the history of a location as it is the ghost stories. And what a better way to learn about the history of a place is to visit its old cemeteries. So we're starting our journey into Victoria's past here at a lovely little cemetery in Colwood. It really is such a special place, and it houses the families of the pioneers of this area. Now, it's important to say that we are on the traditional and the unceded lands and territories of the Songhees and the Esquimalt Nations. And I'm very grateful to be able to live and to work on these lands. It's with reverence and respect that I'm here filming today. Now, for the most part, I found that cemeteries are really not the most haunted locations. I think that there really isn't enough energy to enable spirit to interact with our physical world. You know, and if I was a spirit, I don't think that I'd hang around my physical remains for very long. Now, I believe that for the most part, our experiences in cemeteries are in fact residual unplaced memory. So literally the memories of the family and the friends who loved that person stood around the graveside thinking of the person, thinking of their memories. And with this heightened emotional memory bank, it somehow gets left on the environment. And I've certainly had many of these experiences in a couple of local cemeteries. Now, having said that, there are some cemeteries that are haunted and regularly produce sightings and experiences for people. And I'm going to be taking you to two such places a little later, so stay tuned. I'll also be sharing some of my experiences in those places as well. Now, as a frequent visitor of this cemetery, I'm not saying that it's haunted, but on occasion there is an interesting energy that really makes me wonder if at certain times, maybe when the conditions are right, well, energies are stirred. Now, the Colwood Pioneer Cemetery can be found just off Souk Road between St John the Baptist Heritage Church and the Hatley Memorial Gardens in Colwood. It was established in the 1890s on land donated by Alfred Thomas Peat, and it was managed by the Colwood Women's Institute until it was turned over to the city of Colwood, and that was in 1993. And it really is a beautiful place, and the Heritage Church is a real gem. Now, if you've travelled around Colwood and Langford, you'll recognise many of the names of the families buried here. So Pete and Kelly, Wishart and Whale, they're all roads that might be familiar to you. Each person buried here has their story, their loves, their losses, their hopes and their dreams, as well as their challenges and sacrifices. And if you get a chance to come and check out this beautiful place, enjoy the peace, enjoy the scent of the wildflowers in the summer, sit under the shades of the trees. I invite you to close your eyes, let your mind drift back to a time long ago, and you just might glimpse a memory. So when I pulled up, it was really odd because I was sitting in my car just getting my equipment ready, and I thought somebody was walking towards me from that park there. It's part of the Memorial Gardens. I'll show you my car in a moment and where it's parked, but I definitely thought I saw somebody, physical person. I was surprised when there wasn't anything there. And then all through the time that I've been here in the cemetery, I've just seen things just out of the corner of my eye, which has been quite interesting. So so maybe not this cemetery, but maybe it's next door that's more haunted. So now I'm going to take you to Ross Bay Cemetery. Come on. So here we are in Ross Bay Cemetery, and this is known to be one of the most haunted places in all of Victoria. Now, it's a fine example of a Victorian cemetery serving the needs of Victoria residents since 1873. So in a response to a rapidly growing Victoria, the city was looking for a place to site the new cemetery, and this was in the 1870s. Isabella Ross, who was the widow of Charles Ross, who was a Fort Victoria founder. Now, she owned a large tract of land in what became known now as the Fairfield and Gonzales area. By 1870, Isabella had divided her land into smaller parcels, and she'd sold most of them off to people, and the city purchased 12 acres from Robert Burnaby. This was the new site for the Ross Bay Cemetery. Now, the first burial in this new cemetery was that of Mary Pierce in December 1872, although the cemetery didn't really officially open until 1873. And there are many famous Canadians and Americans that are buried here, including Sir James Douglas, and he was BC's first governor, and many other subsequent premiers are buried here. Coal Baron Robert Dunsmuir, who built Craigdarroch Castle, Sir Matthew Bailey Begbie, and world famous artist Emily Carr are all buried here. Now, the cemetery is also noted for several resident ghosts, and they include David Fee. He was murdered here on the steps of St Andrew's Cathedral on Christmas Eve in 1890. Isabella Ross. Now, she was the first woman to own land in British Columbia, and whose farm stood where the cemetery now is. She's said to be seen looking out over the water. There's also an unidentified lady dressed all in white, and she's been seen wandering the pathways, as well as a frantic woman looking for her child. Now, perhaps I've seen one of these women during a ghost walk that I led here a couple of years ago, and I'll share that story with you later. And then there are the elderly couple who are well dressed in Victorian clothes and are seen to be walking or gliding from time to time along the western side of the cemetery. So we're here, we're going to do a bit of investigating and see if we can find any of the resident spirits, so stay with us.
Mr. Foreman? Well, you were just here a minute ago. Feels very cold. Mr. Foreman, are you there? Yeah. Is anyone that wants to talk to us? Oh yeah, we should get that. Anyone here? Mr. Foreman, are you still there? Mr. Foreman. You did talk to me. And you said that you'd come from London, right? And did you pass away here then? You're only 16, what happened? At 1871 you passed away. You must have just come down with something, been ill? You'd come all the way from London. Do you have a story to tell? We're here to listen. Nope.
Nope.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Foreman. We'll try someone else.
Oh, there it is again.
Is he right there on the cross?
Yep.
I'm going to go stand with him. It's weird, huh? There's loads of people coming.
It's okay.
Shouldn't have them.
No. No. Definitely not. Oh. Still there?
No, it's as soon as all the people showed up,
Yes,
we left
that's
for good.
it, right? my arm. Right up my arm. Can you make one of the leaves fall for me? Can you do that? You got that. And make some leaves fall from the tree so that I can have a gift from you. Oh my God. I think that'd be really nice. Oh, people.
It's all right.
Do you mind moving yourself out to the sidewalk here? Just so I can put you on the other side of Matilda? He disappeared. Oh, came back on the stone.
I'm going to touch it.
If you can, go to the other side of Matilda. Now he's putting his arm like right up your arm.
I can feel it. Like this. Oh, he's moving. He's moving the bottom of my. He's moving the bottom of my sweater.
That was weird because both stickmen became one.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's moving. My sweater is moving. He's pulling. I got to stop touching it because it's going right up my back.
Right.
I'm going to stop now, okay?
Goodbye.
I'm going to stop now. Okay, let's just do that. That was really weird. Very strange. Did you get that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, is he still there?
No, he's
It's okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be frightened. I didn't mean to be frightened. It just unnerved me because I could feel it going like that, right?
He's not big
So
on the
cool.
crowds.
I'm not big on them either, so I'm not big on them either. So
Yeah, see if he'll talk on the ghosty box.
will you talk on this? I'm going to turn this on. And if you can just, I'm going to make it go quite slowly, so it's... That girl is so interested. We really are doing this, yeah. The redhead girl.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
on it. She's on it. Okay, I'm going to touch you. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Here we go. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna make sure this is nice and tight. Yes it is. I am Matilda is my name. Matilda. There's people coming. I feel the breeze. Matilda. Yeah, you got the first part. You got right.
Edward.
Hello?
Edward Morton.
See, that's
Morton?
Edward?
Yeah, it's done.
Mine's not, so here we go. Mine's doing all kinds of weird stuff. Video. No, I want video. Stop it. Okay, here we go. I got it on.
Got you yawning.
You can stop me, you can tell me to stop.
Look into my tonsils.
And then we'll talk to you.
Tell the future.
Yeah.
You will have struck round.
Turn around. You can, do you want me to walk forward? Do you want me to walk forward or backwards? This way? I'm walking. Tell me when to stop. Are you there? Yeah. That's serious? Left or right?
Straight? There.
Tell me when to stop. Are we getting close? Tell me when to stop.
And this place is so old, so who knows if that just hasn't been there as somebody's bank for like 50 years. It looks like it's supposed to be a flower holder, but not a very nice one.
It's like I keep seeing things that it could be leaves that I'm seeing too, but the ectoplasms are weird.
These aren't leaf trees though.
There are lots of leaves on the
Tell me
floor
when
there.
to stop.
True.
Are you still even here?
We lost them all. Age 7 months. That went a little weird.
It did?
It went weird.
Yeah.
Are you still here? Tell me when. Nothing. There was so much action over there.
What that is.
I'm walking. Tell me if you want me to stop.
1888 that kid died.
1888.
24 years and 5 months old.
Very cold today. I don't know what that was. It's very, very cold. Whew.
That tree looks like a cactus.
It does.
Why did they grow a little weird by the ocean?
Speak to the camera. Your question.
I said, I wonder if they grow strangely by the ocean. Or
I
if
don't
that's
know.
where he's growing.
Oh, rain's coming.
Nope. Do you want me to stop and talk to you now or continue on walking? Stop? Okay, perfect. Now here we are. My name's Matilda. Can you see me? This is Elena. Can you see us? Just tell us if you can see us or you can sense us. Which is it? Both. Okay, perfect. So you see us and you sense us? How fantastic. Are you buried close by? Or do you wander these grounds? Both. Okay. Can you say my name? Matilda. So I know that you can hear me. Matilda? What's your name? Do you want me to continue walking? I'm going to continue walking. Tell me when you want me to stop. Okay, I'm stopping. Now, are you close by here? Do you have a message for us? Or can we get him? Yes? Okay. What is the message? Slowly, it's hard to... One word at a time. What is the message? We can feel that warmth. We can feel the warmth coming from the ground. It's been so cold here today. Are you still there? Are you still there?
Is this Clark?
Hi. Okay, we're going to walk towards it. Tell me when to stop. Okay, stop.
That's like the only one. Oh, it's Clara.
Clara, but you're on that. I know, I am stopping.
Brian.
Where are you? Are you John? What's your name? I'm going to continue walking. Tell me to stop when you want.
It's the only time.
That's just ridiculous. Can you tell me your name, please? Try. What's your name? I would love the pleasure of your name, please.
Moy?
Can you say that again? We didn't quite get it. The pleasure of your name, please. I'm going to keep walking then. Tell me when to stop. Hi. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when. Hi. There's women saying hi.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think I'm snotting.
That's okay, you're not as creepy.
Tell me when to stop. Hi. Now you're a woman. What's your name? What's your name? Is it Flora?
Peggy. That's her nickname.
Peggy? Is that you? They said hi as you walk by.
Yeah. Stay.
Stay, I think. Stay. Do you want me to stay for a while with Elena? Tell us when we're getting close to you. You're what? Oh, I feel something like moving there. Oh. Hello? Do you want us to continue or do you want us to stop here?
There's Annie. Are you Annie?
Okay, I'm going to keep walking. You tell us when to stop. Oh, this is really cold. It's very cold here. So you must have, I just thought, you must have something to say. Can you make yourself appear? Do you have the power to do that right now? Oh, it's warm again. It's ridiculous. I'll say that again. It's very, very cold here. Is it cold there too?
Yep.
We're going to turn around.
That was like a bucket of shivers.
Yeah. You tell me when to stop. And then we'll stop and talk. You tell me when to stop. I'd love the pleasure of your name. I would love that so much. Do you want me to continue or stop?
That was a lady right
That's
here
a
again
lady
though.
again,
Like
right,
that's
same lady's voice.
Yeah.
Hello?
Are you Ellen?
Say, tell me again. Is there a woman here that wants to talk to us? Yes? Okay. Can you tell us your name, please? What is your name? What's your name? There's someone else in there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep walking. Oh, did you hear that?
Is this Ellen?
I saw you. You're there. I'm walking this way. Here we go. Tell me when to stop. You're speaking too quickly. You have to slow it down so we can understand you. Tell me when to stop then. Here we go. We're stopped, I hear you, darling. That was a woman. Is it here? Oh, she's taking. That was a woman in peril. Violet? Oh, something just pulled me. Oh,
Violet Lily.
Violet, you pulled my cardigan.
She was only 22 when she died.
Oh. Violet, are you there? I'm sorry, we heard you crying. Are you still there? Can you light this little thing up here? You just hit it. Can you make that light up? Come closer to us. Oh, that really broke my heart. Yeah. We're here. Do you hear us? Did we get that sound on record? Perfect, perfect. It's like the... Oh.
Sorry.
So I'm going to walk again and you're going to stop me, okay? We're going to walk.
We did hear a woman. Was
We
that you,
did.
Violet?
Okay, I'm going to walk. You tell me when to stop. You tell me when to stop. I don't know what he said. Stop. He didn't say stop. We'll go get our stuff. You tell me when to stop. Do you want me to stop and keep going? Nothing. Zero.
Oops.
Stop. Oop. Did I go past you? Oop.
Past John again.
Okay, hang on. Do you want me to stop now? Here you go. Tell me when. No, nothing. He keeps saying stop. He said stop so many times.
So I'm here outside of Helmken's tomb, and there's an interesting story that I've got to share here. So back in 2011, I think it was, I arrived in the country in 2009, and I'd met John Adams a couple of times, and he reached out to me to see if I'd be interested in helping him out leading one of the ghost walk, a psychic ghost walk tour around Ross Bay Cemetery for Halloween. So I'd never been to Ross Bay. We met here and we were just walking around and chatting, and he was giving me his vision. And when we walked up this road, this little pathway, past this tomb, so I felt like I was walking through treacle. It was really hard to really kind of move through it. It felt very dense and heavy and sticky and not very pleasant, and I really got this sense of witchcraft. So I asked John, did Helmken practice witchcraft? Of which he said no, but he did share with me a very interesting story. Now remember, I'm from the UK, so I never knew about the book Michelle Remembers. I'd never read it, I'd never heard about it. And he told me that one of Michelle's memories was being locked in this tomb when there were rituals being undertaken in front of the tomb. Now, I know that that book has been debunked, so I'm not saying that it's true. I think what happened here and what is left here are placed memories. I think these are the memories of those people that had read the book, maybe come to this tomb, talked about it. Maybe they were frightened, they had heightened emotions, maybe they even recreated it, I don't know. But I think that's what's here. I think it's placed memories, and that's what I was feeling, and that was what I was picking up. So I think it's really, really interesting as we're as we're trying to communicate and trying to pick up spirit activity, is to work out and sift through what is a place memory, what's residual, and what actually is spirit and interacting with us. So just another really cool story and an example of what I think was happening here with place memory. So a very interesting thing happened to me here at Ross Bay Cemetery. Now, I said earlier on in the video that cemeteries aren't really, for me, known to have active spirit. It's more residual or place memory. But I was leading a psychic ghost walk one Halloween with John Adams and the Old Cemeteries Society, and I came across a very present, very active spirit. She was dressed in white, she had a white dress on, she was barefoot and her hair was all wild and crazy looking, and she was dancing around me and cackling in one ear and in the other ear, and literally seemed quite mad. So I described this to John, and he said that we were right by the graveside of Isabel Ross. Now, she very famously has been seen here looking out into the ocean, but it didn't seem to fit. This spirit was clearly a little deranged. But what he did tell me was that Isabel Ross used to run the local insane asylum, so the insane asylum for Victoria. So I wondered whether there was a very odd connection there. Maybe this is one of the women, the white ladies that have been seen here. Maybe it was one of the residents that Isabel took care of and looked after, and, you know, kind of is here with her in this cemetery. I don't know, but it was a very cool story. It was a very cool connection, and that spirit was very definitely there. So make of that what you will.